Hey guys, Dominari here, or as I'm known on this channel, Nari. Today we're making a video about something very important because right now we all of course are going through very tough times, and I know a lot of us are at home, and that's why I decided to make this video. So as you may or may not know, I have not made a video in a very long time, and that is because I have been extremely busy. But now that, we don't have a lot of time, I figured I would make a video, and because of the circumstances that we are in, there's actually something that we can all do to band together and help. Now, for those unfamiliar, there is a program called Folding at Home. It basically does complex calculations for the Stanford University, which gets sent through work units, which then the user does either in idle time or deliberately all the time, depending on the preference of the user or the computer in question. Now, this can be used to crunch numbers, do complex calculations, and do several different things that Stanford University themselves and other universities that utilize this program cannot do in a timely manner. Now, this is used to study different diseases and cancers, such as Alzheimer's and things like that. But what it actually recently just got updated to do is to study the coronavirus. And what's cool about this program is that if you do want to just leave it in the idle and have it in the background, you certainly can do that. But you also can leave it running while on low power. So if you do want to have it running all day, it won't consume a lot of power and won't run up your energy bill. The only way I can basically compare this to in any sort of way is kind of like Bitcoin mining, but with this, it's for an actually good cause. And right now, Bitcoin and Litecoin and all the other cryptocurrencies are down because of the economy is so low right now. So there's really no point of mining any Bitcoin unless you're really greedy and you don't want to help people. Considering the circumstances and how useful this can be to people who are actually needing this information and needing these calculations done, I will be showing you how you can do this at home, as there is absolutely no reason you shouldn't be. I actually have this running on my actual computer on its idle times and on my crappy laptop, which I'll be showing you guys how that is actually useful. Alright, let's go ahead and jump on the computer, and then I'll announce some other things that you guys can also do to help. Okay, we've now transitioned to the PC. What you're going to want to go ahead and do is go to the foldingathome.org website. It'll be down in the description. Also, you can search it up. It's pretty widespread. This place has been up for about 8 years, and the community is fantastic. They'll help you if you have any issues whatsoever. But you just want to hit this download now button after you've hit start folding. And then if you're on Windows, you should see this pop up right here. You can also see some alternatives: Mac OS, 64-bit Linux, and a couple of other distros for Linux as well as 32-bit Linux. They also have one if you have VMware for any situation, whether you want to use that. But basically, go ahead and click and download it. It's completely safe. It's been scanned 100 million times. Completely reputable company. If you have any questions or issues, I'm sure someone can help you out with that. If you're really skeptical, you can also look it up on VirusTotal. But after you have downloaded it, it's as simple. It's just like any other installer. Say next. You agree to selling your soul to Folding at Home, of course. Express install is probably the easiest way, unless you have some certain preference that you would like to change around, such as like install location, things like that. It'll take just a hot minute to install. I already do have it installed, so right now it's currently just reinstalling it for me, which is useful for this tutorial. After it's been installed, you'll see the screen. It'll say Start Folding at Home. You want to go ahead and hit Start. There is this sort of weird bug on Chrome I've seen that sometimes it'll keep on refreshing the page. You might have to open a Microsoft Edge. That's what I've had to do a couple times. But then you'll be transferred this screen. Actually, you'll see this. But don't be super overwhelmed. This is basically if you are on the statistics side of things. So if you would like to compete against others, which I personally like doing, you can choose your name, you can do a team number. This is actually the number for the team Dominari if you'd like to join that. Of course, you do not have to join that team whatsoever. I am the only one on there, besides my crappy laptop I have. And then you can actually get assigned a passkey, which can be used for competing verification. If you completed a work unit before it is scheduled, like estimated for you, then you get bonus points. But this is completely optional. You don't have to do this whatsoever. You can just leave it as it is, but you will not know how many points you've done. You will not know how many work units you've had. So if you do want to know things like that, and do want to be kept up to date, then you can do that. After that, it is as simple as this page. You have a couple things here. You have your power, your CPU, and your GPU. Of course, you don't have to do any of these. But if you do want to fight for the COVID-19 relief, it doesn't actually show up in the research you're fighting for under the drop down here, but it is listed under 19. As you can see, I'm actually fighting right now currently 2 different ones. Since they released this about 2 weeks ago, it is actually, every single one I've done has almost been about COVID-19. You can tell it is because this is SARS-2-nCoV-2. It's protein molecule simulation, and this one just says coronavirus project. This one, of course, is managed by Washington State, Washington University at St. Louis, and this one actually is as well. And so there actually is, if you go down to your little task bar, you can see advanced control to get more of a grasp if you're on the more technical side. To help. This can also be to troubleshoot if you have issues with your GPU not getting connected. I actually had that with my 1080. It wasn't actually working properly on there, but I currently have Ryzen 7 3600X running in a 1080, and it blows through the work units pretty fast. So if you do have a good system, it can be used for this, but it does not have to be whatsoever. My laptop, my crappy laptop, has got about 745 points, where this one has almost 1 million. So it doesn't matter which one you're fighting for, you are helping regardless. In your power options here, you have a plethora of different options. You can do a light load, you can do a medium load, and a full load. Right now I have it set to idle because I don't actually want to bog down my recording. But this will solely happen when your computer has been inactive, you have not touched the keyboard and mouse, there's no active programs running. I believe it actually checks the CPU and GPU to check to see if there's any programs running in the background, so it doesn't bog down your system too hard if they're trying to do background tasks while you're away. I typically keep it at medium, but sometimes I push up the full if I want to get a work done unit pretty fast and I'm not too worried about my CPU temps or my GPU temps or anything. You can keep it on light and do while I'm working if you do want to do that. I know some actual work units won't work if you're doing that, especially if you're not running a high-powered system. But if you keep it on medium, you're getting a good balance. You're not raising your power bill too much. And you can actually stop the complete folding. If you do quit out of your browser, it's not going to stop it. It will still run the background. It also, on default, starts with Windows, which is actually good in my opinion. So if you just have it on idle, medium, and then you get off your computer every once in a while, it'll just do it in the background. You have to worry about a single thing. If you're interested in the stats of this, I actually do have a team. As you can see, oh, never mind, I'm kidding. I actually have 436 on my laptop. But Dominari team, we've completed 25 work units altogether, with 23 with me and my laptop doing 2. But if you're interested in bumping up our stats, just purely for pleasure whatsoever, you can do what any team you want to. If you want to go for PC Master Race team or Linus's or whatever else, you can do those as well. But yeah, we have our stats here. I really can't wait for us to hit 1 million. It's gonna be awesome when we do. It's gonna be a big achievement because that is gonna be a lot of work units done, a lot of people helped. And I've even, like I said, I have this running on my crappy laptop. It was a machine that originally was running Vista. It's from like 2005 or something like that. And while it's not the best machine, it does do the job. And like I said, it's got 436 credits with 2 work units. And so just it getting 2 work units, I just have it running all the time at full power. It's doing something, and that's better than nothing. And honestly, I consider that a win-win situation. So yeah, if you would like to help using your computer resources to fight the COVID-19 relief, you can do that. You can also join my team, which will be down in the description. Also, it's on the screen right now, 245184. Anyways, we're going to go jump back and go to the other Dominari over there to go check out one other way you can support the COVID-19 relief. Alright, now that you have Folding at Home running, we're also doing something else. So recently, Jacksepticeye announced that he's doing a massive charity livestream with Tiltify to support the COVID-19 relief. And he's inviting everyone who has a voice whatsoever to go out and do a charity livestream, separate but also together. This will be happening on April 7th, and several YouTubers and streamers, big and small, will be all around the world streaming on that day to celebrate and raise money for the charities. If you're interested in supporting relief whatsoever, you can actually go ahead and start a stream yourself with Tiltify on Streamlabs and several other platforms to raise money and do a charity stream yourself. Or you can watch others and donate to their charity live streams, but regardless, all the proceeds will be going to the charities. I myself will also be doing a charity live stream on that day as well, so if you're interested, you can follow me on Twitter and Twitch to find out when I'll be doing that exactly. I know that we're all going through really tough times right now, and we all have a lot of free time, and I know a lot of us don't even have a lot of money, but whatever you can do to support and help, it is greatly appreciated. Anyways, that's mostly why I came back from this long hiatus, just to come back and tell you guys all about this. If you're interested in seeing more videos from me, you can subscribe and like this video, and I will get the message for sure. I have some other video ideas I want to do, but I'm not exactly a cinematographer, so I don't really know how I want to do those, but I still might do them anyway, just not as high production value as I would want in my own terms. So if you're interested in seeing any of that as well, you can go check me out, subscribe, like, and go check out my Gaming Dominari channel, where I try to post every Tuesday and Saturday. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.